Guys, what is up? I am back with another story time for you guys today. I had a few story times I wanted to do, but then I'm just gonna go with this one. So this is actually not a humans abroad type story because this happened here in the States, but if you're watching from abroad, then you know it's humans of abroad. Anyway, so a few years ago I was traveling back home to see my parents. It was like the week before Thanksgiving, and I had a flight in LaGuardia to go back home. So my flight was like early evening. I get to LaGuardia. I find out that my flight is delayed. So I'm like, okay, it's delayed like a little bit, whatevs. But the flight just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. So I was like, okay, this is kind of annoying. There was like a lot of chaos at the airport too. I remember there was somebody that was like fighting, like literally screaming at the person at the counter. It was like late fall, whatever, November, so I guess the weather was like bad in the Midwest, I guess. So there was a lot of flight delays and cancellations and blah blah blah. So as I said, the flight just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed, and by this time it's like 10 o'clock p.m. and they announced that my flight was canceled. So I'm just like, what? So they canceled the flight, so I jumped on the line and I spoke to the person, and they told me I had to call a number to try to get on a new flight or something like that. I just remember I had to sit on my phone, and then all of a sudden they told me that they could fly me over to JFK. There was a flight that was leaving in the morning though. So basically I had to take this little shuttle bus with the rest of these peeps, go to JFK, and I basically had to sleep in the airport the whole entire night. I was like, alright, this is going to be annoying. The second I go home, I can't wait to just take a shower because I'm a germaphobe. So I find this comfortable spot, I'm chilling, I'm good. And it was via plug too, and that's what I was looking for, so I made sure I plugged my phone. Now it's good to go. And then all of a sudden somebody comes up to me and is like, hey, I'm going to put my stuff here. Can you watch it? I'm like, dude, I don't know you. Who does that? I would never go up to a stranger I don't know in an airport and be like, watch my bags. But that's what this kid did. And that minute that he was gone was a long minute. He was gone for like an hour. And then he comes back and he makes himself like this little area and he chills there, and then he's like talking to me, and you know, like whatever, I can talk to anybody even though I just kind of wanted my space for that night. We were just chatting. He was from like I don't remember, I think he was from like Egypt originally or Dubai or something, and he was studying in the States and he was going somewhere. So we were talking like whatever, and then the conversation got really weird because, you know, I told him I'm Indian, blah, 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 and he was like, oh, not to be offensive, but I heard, and then he said something really rude about an assumption that he had about Indian women, which was inappropriate on so many levels. It's inappropriate in that you just met me and you're talking about the subject with me, you're asking me this question, and it was just disgusting. So I was pretty much done. I was pretty much done. So I didn't even answer him because I was just like, ew, you're a weird boy. So I just kind of like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then about 10 minutes later, I was just like, now I have to pack up my stuff and go somewhere else because I was not about to chill with this kid for the rest of the night because he looked like he was about to stay there the whole night, and his flight was like somewhere else in the US, but like he had to like wait there until about like roughly the same time as me in the morning too. So I was not about to sit there and hang with him for the rest of the night. So I bounced and I found another spot to like chill. So then comes morning, you know, I get on the plane. I'm like, another 3 hours and I'll be home. I can't wait. So, you know, the plane took off pretty smoothly. By the time we got to like the Midwest, there was some weather issue, and the pilot got on the thing and was like, so we're trying to decide whether we're gonna go straight to the town that my parents are from, and just you know, I don't want to say risk it, but like, for lack of other words, risk it, or fly to some other town in another state and hang there until we figure out what to do. And I'm just like, oh, what? What is going on? I swear, no offense, but like, I swear the Midwest is a whole other ball game. And it's funny because like the people there are so chill about disasters like this happening, whereas I guess like New Yorkers are like, what? Because I was like, what is going on? I just want to go home. I'm done with this. I'm done. So they actually decided to go to that weird little small town in the middle of nowhere and decide what to do. So I'm just like so annoyed at this point, because by this point it was like the next day, like it was already like 4 or 5 in the p.m. because my flight was like at 8 in the morning or something like that. I think I could be totally off with these numbers, but like I just remember my flight was in the morning. But by the time this happened, it was like evening-ish. But it was fall, so like in fall, like it gets cold. It gets dark at like 4. So it was like roughly like getting kind of dark out. So we go to this one little rinky-dinky small little airport in the middle of, in Punjabi we say the pind. And I call my dad and I'm like, Dad! Because I know I can be like that. Like I could just be a baby, and like he was the only person that I could be a baby to, and it was totally acceptable. So I was like, Dad, I don't know what's going on. My flight landed in some small little bin, and they're saying that we don't know how long we're gonna be here. I just want to go home. So my dad was like, calm down, you know, just see what they say, you know, don't worry, you know, blah, blah, blah. So it ended up that they were saying that we were going to have to stay, they were going to put us all up in a hotel in that bin for the night. And I was just like, oh, hell no. So I called my dad again. I was like, oh my God, I'm not coming home. Because, you know, I only took like a few days off of work. So it's like I already wasted like a day, you know, not being home, spending time with my family. So like I didn't want to stay in a hotel uncomfortable with these random people on the flight, you know, like, and I didn't know what hotel they were going to book. Like it was in the middle of some scary town in the Midwest. I just want to go home. My prayers were answered though. Because they were like, okay, you know, I think we're just gonna risk it, and we're just gonna fly on out there. So I called my dad. I was like, yay, we're flying. So yeah, we flew out there. And by the way, I was probably like the loudest person in that small little airport. I was the only person concerned about not reaching our destination. You know, like, don't these other people want to go home or see their family, or for whatever reason they're there, you know? So, yeah, then I got home, and that was probably, it was a bittersweet trip home. It was really, really nice. It's always nice to go home. So anyways, that's my little story. I apologize if it's a little botchy. I'm trying to, like, remember bits and pieces. And I don't know what's going on with this lighting. I just feel like the lighting is a little off today. But I don't have like a ring light or anything. So my setup's kind of weird. Anyways, that's it for me today, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Also, don't forget to like watch my videos and comment if you like them. And my goal is to post 3 videos a week if I can. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.